Hi everyone, welcome back to I Have the Star Wars Story. Today I'm going to be talking about the Kanan Jarrus / Caleb Doom comic books. I do have a full video about Kanan on my channel, but today I'm going to be focusing on the comics, so let's go and jump right into it. First off, the reason why I like the comics is because it shows what it was like for him before he joined the Ghost Crew was a thing, before he met Hera, Chopper, Sabine, Ezra, Zeb. We get to see what his life was like before any of that, which I thought was really cool. I loved getting to see what it was like for him before he became a Padawan. And then during becoming a Padawan and then during the war, what he thought of that. And then going on for what it was like after the Purge for him. Like, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I loved reading them. I love reading them, especially because Kanan is my favorite Jedi. So reading the comics, I absolutely love. And I will never get over how much fun I have reading them. I think it was really cool seeing in the comics him trying so hard to become Death Blob's Padawan, trying so hard to impress her. And then it ends up happening. He ends up getting picked to be her Padawan, which was really cool. And then we get to see like what it was like for him on some of his first missions. And we see that on some of his first missions in the comics, he was reckless. He is like, you know, he ran out there and he got injured, and as he said, he spent a couple of days in a back to tank and then was ready to go again. We see that on his first couple missions, he was kind of reckless, because he was excited, and as he was talking about to some of his friends in the temple, whenever he was talking about, he's like, I really want to be picked as a Padawan before the war is over. I want to have some fun. We see him talk about that, in the comics. I thought was really cool, and I really enjoyed it. It's so good, and I loved reading them. I'm sorry. We had a long day yesterday, so I'm tired. It's been really fun. It's really good, and I had so much fun reading these, and I will never get over how much fun I have reading them. And then I really liked seeing what his life was like after the Purge. But I'm gonna touch on this for a second. The comic book version, the way that the Purge happened for them, like the way that Order 66 came in for them, was they were just setting up camp in the comics. It was just a normal night. They were just setting up camp for the night. Compared to in the Bad Batch, they were already fighting. So it's like, which do you prefer? Do you prefer the way the Bad Batch did it, or do you prefer the way the comics did it? Because I prefer the way the comics did it. I prefer the fact that it was just a normal night for them. It was just Caleb and Death Blob had just finished training. They came back. They were setting up camp. It was just normal night for them. I didn't really like how the Bad Batch did it. Don't get me wrong. I love the Bad Batch. I do. I just didn't like what they did with, crap, what was I gonna say? I just didn't like, what they did with the, Execute Order 66 order. I didn't like how they did that. I preferred the way the comics did it. But let me know, did you guys prefer the Bad Batch way or the comics way? I did like seeing what his life was like after the Purge, how he says that he didn't sleep for like a week because he was so scared about getting caught. And then we see that the scoundrel that he had met not too long ago, finds him, gives him something to eat, lets him stay on his ship, and sleeps for 3 rotations. And that was really cool. And then whenever he wakes up, he begs the scoundrel to let him go back. He's like, please, take me back to Coruscant, take me back to the temple, and the scoundrel just flat out refuses. And so what does he do? He steals the scoundrel's ship. Like, wow. And then he finds out the temple's not safe and goes back and ends up joining up with the scoundrel, which I thought was like really cool. We see that they go on several missions. We see that Kanan changes his name to Kanan Jarrus. He cuts off his Padawan braid. He hides his lightsaber and trades it out for a blaster. We all see that because he doesn't want to get found out. Which is really cool. But I love reading the comic series because it brings so much more depth to the character, and it's so interesting. I absolutely love it. And I will never get over how much fun, like, the comics are. It's so much fun. I love reading them. Let me know, do you guys like the Kanan Jarrus comics? If so, what has been your favorite part of them? Again, what did you guys think? Which Order 66, like, scene did you prefer? Did you prefer them setting up camp, or did you prefer them already fighting like the Bad Batch did? I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and as always, God bless. Bye, guys.